Hi, this is Garrett McKenzie with Plastic 411. This is a presentation that outlines the scientific molding workshop that's coming up in Dalton, Georgia at CH3 Solutions. I thank you for taking the time to review the information, and my contact information is included at the end of the presentation. Thanks. Hi, this is Garrett McKenzie with Plastic 411. I'd like to welcome you to the Scientific Processor Training System. Plastic 411 is operated out of Atlanta, Georgia. The implant training is available to Florida, Alabama, Georgia, South Carolina, North Carolina, and Tennessee. So I'm pleased to announce that Plastic 411 will be holding a scientific molding workshop. This event's being held September 23rd and 24th of 2017. These are a Saturday and a Sunday. And it's being sponsored by CH3 Solutions. CH3 Solutions has a very nice facility, all electric presses, Nisei and Toyo. And it's being held in Dalton, Georgia. So basically we're going to go over the workshop timeline. This will give you an idea of what's happening on both days. Day one in the morning, we're going to basically do a meet and greet, and at that time we'll go over the outline of the course, and then we're going to go over press validation. We'll be going over all the points when it comes to validating your press, what needs to be gone over, and then we'll be going into mold validation, which is dimensional layout. Then after break, we will be going more into mold validation on venting, and then also how to measure flex. And then we're going to go over cavity balance studies, and we're going to go into how to measure steel temps within the mold. In the afternoon, primary focus will be on setup and standardization. We will be doing a press setup, and we're going to look at all the different ways that we can use time studies and changeover analysis to improve standardization, because standardization is absolutely crucial. We need to be able to set the press up exactly the same way every time, and it needs to be done efficiently. Then at that point we go into process validation, and we're going to go over how to set up a process using a couple molding techniques. In addition, we'll also be going over auxiliary equipment, how to validate the use of your auxiliary equipment and what historical data will be needed. And then in addition to that, we're going to go over the different techniques for setting up design optimization experiments. Day two, we really get into the meat of scientific molding. In the morning, we'll of course review what we learned on day one, but then we go into process monitoring. So we're going to look at fill time, screw rotate time, peak pressure, and we're going to talk about how to use that information, that data, to solve molding problems. And then we're also going to go over process control. So basically we're going to establish how to determine our limits. So for instance, when using fill time, we're going to basically want our fill time to be 0.25 above or below. So if you have a fill time of 1.1, then your high would be 1.35, and your low would of course be 0.85. And then we're going to go in depth into historical data. What data do we need to record, and how do we use that data to find out what's going on when we have a validated process and something's gone wrong within that process. And we're going to talk about process validation rules. And then we're also going into process monitoring studies. And we'll be doing scientific studies on viscosity. In the afternoon, we're going to go in depth into scientific troubleshooting, how to use your historical data to solve defects such as flash burns, jetting, etc. And then I'm going to show you how to profile your injection. So basically, how to take your velocity and profile it throughout the fill of the flow front. We're also going to go into using the MSDS data that's supplied by your material manufacturer when setting up a process, and then we'll also be doing fill time studies, and I'm going to show you how to do a melt temperature study. We're going to do a back pressure study, and we'll also do a gate seal study. So this training is also going to include how to use design optimization experiments to optimize your process. We're going to go in depth into how to take a problem that you're having and use a design optimization experiment, how to develop that experiment, that set of experiments to find methods of optimizing and improving on your process. We'll be going over viscosity curve studies, and we will also be talking about pressure drop studies. And as far as cavity balance, we're going to talk about what methods you need to go through in order to establish that your runner system is balanced and the mold is validated. So the cost of this workshop is $1,100 per person for the 2-day session. There is a 20% discount available for 2 or more people that sign up. And in addition, there's going to be a 30% discount for SPE and MAP members. Of course, those two do not work concurrently. And the cost includes use of the plant. CH3 has been polite enough to let us use their plant and everything in the facility. It includes the machine time and also the materials that we're going to be using when we're running parts. In addition, lunches are going to be included on both days, and coffee and donuts will be available in the morning. So as far as travel and lodging, uh, I've made arrangements with the Dalton Hilton for a corporate rate of $92.99 per night, and there's going to be tax, so you're looking a little over $100 per night. And you're going to want to fly into Chattanooga International. This is about 30-minute drive from Dalton. And this also helps to avoid Atlanta traffic in the Atlanta airport, which is quite hectic at times. So if you'd like to register for the workshop, go to the plastic411.com website, and at the top you'll see a button that says click to register. Click on that link and then add your email address. That will shoot me an email. Or you can also call and register by phone. The phone number would be 470-787-2957. Leave your name and a detailed description of your contact information, and I will call you back so we can get you set up. So payment for the workshop can be made at the link that's listed here, plastic411.com hashtag or backslash complete your registration. Those payments will be processed through PayPal using a major credit card, or you can pay by check. What you would do is you would issue a PO to Plastic 411 LLC, and the terms would be net 30, but payment must be paid in full by day of class. Molders who complete the workshop will then receive a Plastic 411 certification in scientific molding theory and application. So if you have any questions, feel free to contact me by email, training@plastic411.com, or you can contact me by phone. Phone number is 470-787-2957. I look forward to teaching this workshop and hope to see you there. Thank you.
You knew yourself.